Hey guys, and welcome back again to another video by Unboxing Outline. Today's video is going to be about my 11-inch MacBook Air sort of review, spec-wise, going over it, and then just a little bit extra detail about editing and daily stuff. Well, first, let's go over all of the ports on it. Alright, starting from the top down, we have the MagSafe 2 adapter / charger. Behind that, we have a 3.0 USB. Behind that, we have a 2.5 headphone jack, and then the two little dots following that would be the two microphones. And just to give an example about the MagSafe adapter or charger, I have it with me. I'll show you that it is magnetic. I got my hand back here. So it is, and at times it's handy, and other times it's annoying. Specifically, if you're laying in bed and you just make the slightest movement or bump to it, it will disconnect. Which, I guess for that is kind of bad, but if say you're using it at like the table or a desk, it makes it very handy so it doesn't rip your MacBook right off the table and destroy it. And now on the right side you have a Thunderbolt 2.0, and then behind that one more 3.0 USB. And on the 11-inch, behind that, or on the 13-inch I should say, usually there's an SD card reader. On the 11-inch, because it thins down so much, they didn't have room to put it on. And just to give a quick a look at the front and back. In the back, you can see the hinged part. It is back. I'm kind of panning it, showing it, and that's pretty much the whole hinge for the display. And that helps it vent, get air in and out of it, stuff like that. Everyone should pretty much know what a vent does. And now to show you the front, it's pretty much tapered down to nothing, just a couple millimeters. You do have a little cutout so you can lift the lid. Doing it by itself will rock it back, so you do have to put your finger on it unless you have a case. Like for my case example, I don't have to. Another note I would like to point out: sometimes a lot of people think that the Backlit Apple logo is only on the MacBook Pros. And for the early 2014, which would be this one, it does light up. I do not remember if the late 2013 does. I know the first, I want to say 2012, did not. Another thing that the Air has in it is a fully backlit keyboard. Hopefully you can see this well. I'm sort of in the light. I can't really go off to a dark room and do this. So hopefully you can see it, but it does, and it is adjustable with the two buttons right here. It would be F5 and F6. And right now it is on full brightness, so once again I hope you guys can see it. Okay, now I'm going to talk about specs starting from the screen down into what's in it, processor-wise, storage-wise, stuff like that. The screen is 11.6 inches. It has a resolution of 1366 by 788. It has an Intel 4th generation i5 dual core, clocked at 1.4 gigahertz. On the onboard storage RAM is 4 gigahertz, excuse me, 4 gigabytes. I was looking at the wrong note. And that is soldered in. If you wanted to upgrade it, you have to go straight to the Apple website and order a custom-built machine. On board, now this is interchangeable. What's in my MacBook Air right now is 128 gigabyte SSD. It's flash-based. You can upgrade it. I want to say the highest one is 512 or 516 gigabytes. But once again, you have to go to Apple. You have to get a custom-built one. You can also change you can change the processor too. I know you can do that on the 13 inches. I don't know about the 11 inches. Graphics card wise though, it has an Intel HD Graphics 5000 with an onboard 1536 megabits, and that's pretty much it for internal. Not really much you can change. You can pretty much only change the SSD unless you order a custom machine, but then it's still like the RAM would still be soldered in, and there are a couple discussions online that I've found. They say a couple people say it is possible to do it yourself. A couple say it's not. I would not recommend it. I would just, if you need the extra RAM, the extra 8 gigabytes, I would just go in and have them and just get a custom built one. Okay, now I'm going to talk about editing on the MacBook Air. Later today I have this one to edit and a couple other. I might just do it on camera and show it. I'm not for sure about that yet, but for now I'll just talk about it. The MacBook Air in itself is good for editing videos, but after a certain amount of time, I think from what I've done, from what I've practiced editing, and then what I've professionally, to me actually sat down and did it professional-like, after about, I'd say, an hour and a half to 2 hours, it will get very hot. For an example, the last time I edited was yesterday. Today is the 26th, so I did it on the 27th. And I think I did it for a total of 2 hours after playing around with it again, practicing stuff like that. It got so hot that I could not touch it. I guess I'll explain it as it's very uncomfortable to work because I just use the keyboard that's on it. I don't have anything external. Well, I do, but I don't use it because I can't use the shortcuts like the screen brightness, sound up and down, play, pause, stuff like that, because it's not a Apple or Apple trademarked or whatever you want to call it. So you can do it, but for more than a long period of time, it will get very hot because the fan that's inside it does push around heat very well and disposes of it, but because it's so small, it has a difficulty doing it. And now that it comes close to the end of my episode today, I just want to thank each and every one of you viewers. It really helps out the channel a lot. It really gives me motivation to keep doing this. If you guys like it, make sure to leave a like. If you want to post a comment telling or explaining what you have or any questions about another model or specifically this one, should I get it or not, or stuff like that. I do have a couple more videos coming up soon, just more mainly focused to this. I know lately I haven't been doing a lot. I've been out of town, out of the house, stuff like that. So I apologize for that. But if you like it, leave some feedback, a like, and I will catch you guys in the next video.